As we've been discussing, managing debt is a vital part of financial freedom. This includes student loan debt. One of the most powerful ways to manage the debt might be to have it forgiven. Let's look at the options and try to determine if you might qualify. There are two federal programs that may provide relief. They are Public Service Loan Forgiveness, or PSLF, or Teacher Loan Forgiveness, TLF. Let's look at these two programs. PSLF. Under this program, you may be able to have 100% of the remaining balance of your student loan forgiven. Yep, 100%. Here are some key points on qualifying for Public Service Loan Forgiveness, or PSLF. First, you have to be working 30 hours or more, full-time, for a government agency, nonprofit, or school district to qualify. Good news for you. Public education and early childhood development counts. More good news? This program does not consider the job that you do, just your employer. So, working as an administrator or in a support staff role, you can qualify too. PSLF forgiveness applies to direct loans. Consolidation loans used to pay off other types of loans like Perkins loans or FEFL loans may also qualify for the program. But payments made to any non-qualifying loans, like Perkins or FEFL, don't count toward the 120 payment rule we cover next. At the end of this video, we'll give you the federal website that'll help you determine if your loans qualify for forgiveness or what you can do to make them qualify. You need to have made 120 payments on time to qualify, meaning you have to have paid on time for 10 years. It's important to note that even though the 10-year standard repayment plan is a qualifying repayment plan for PSLF, you cannot receive PSLF unless you enter an income-driven repayment plan. Here's why. If you're in repayment on the 10-year standard repayment plan, after 120 payments, you'll have nothing left to forgive. Therefore, if you're seeking PSLF and are not already repaying under an income-driven repayment plan, you should consider changing to one as soon as possible. Note, see our video on managing student debt for information on the student loan debt repayment options. Teacher Loan Forgiveness, or TLF. Under this program, you may qualify to have up to $17,500 forgiven if you taught mathematics, science, or special education. $5,000 forgiven if you taught other subjects. Direct or Stafford subsidized or non-subsidized debt can be forgiven. Here are a couple keys to qualifying. You must have been employed as a full-time, highly qualified teacher for 5 complete and consecutive academic years. To be a highly qualified teacher, you must have attained at least a bachelor's degree, received a full state certification as a teacher. You must have been employed at an elementary school, secondary school, or educational service agency that serves low-income students. For information, go to www.studentloans.gov and look for the TCLI directory to see if the school where you work qualifies. Here's an important note. You can potentially receive forgiveness under both the Teacher Loan Forgiveness Program and the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program, but not for the same period of teaching service. For example, if you complete 5 consecutive years of qualifying teaching and receive forgiveness of your direct loans under the Teacher Loan Forgiveness Program, any payments you made on your direct loans during that 5-year period cannot be counted toward the required 120 monthly payments for the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. To receive Public Service Loan Forgiveness, you'd need to make 120 more qualifying monthly payments. Student loan forgiveness is an important and extremely valuable tool, but it can be complicated. Here are a couple of tips and tricks to help you navigate the process. Begin planning your forgiveness strategy early. If you're working towards PSLF, you should complete and submit the Employment Certification for Public Service Loan Forgiveness Form, Employment Certification Form, annually or when you change employers. Consider your repayment plan carefully. You may want to use an income-driven repayment plan to maximize the amount that's forgiven. If you're considering changing jobs or careers, consider the loan forgiveness options. If you change, will you become disqualified from the continuous employment requirement of either program? Most of the information in this presentation is at the site studentaid.ed.gov. This government site is the go-to on this subject. If you file, be persistent. We often hear about applications for forgiveness that are rejected on technicalities. If your application is rejected, correct the error and try again.